ranking of the offensive lines by the Pro Football Network. We have the Saints as the top-ranked one. Cowboys are ranked number 2. Washington football team number 3. Ravens number 5. They have the Browns offensive line ranked number 6 in the NFL. Just your reaction to that.
Yeah, I'll prefer the Pro Football Focus ranking system, Dave Bacon. And just unbiased opinion heading into this, to see the Washington football team ahead of the Cleveland Browns is a glaring sight, especially when you consider the fact that Washington's offensive line, albeit good, their quarterbacks faced a lot of pressure last season by the same token. Baker Mayfield did not. And Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt could run wherever they wanted to. The Cleveland Browns have the best offensive line in the AFC North as well. And I think that that's been shown. It is the Browns' strength. It is their differentiator in games. To see the Ravens ahead of them, I don't know what logic that is based on. And I also think that when you look at what the Browns have, not only what they had last year, Dave, but what they have coming back, they've even added some depth here in the offseason as well. This Cleveland Browns offensive line is potentially the standard of the league. To see a team that made it and got a win in the playoffs now be back to 6, I'm just shocked to not see them in the top 5. I think top 5 at worst for this team's offensive line. It is the top strength of a team that, by the way, has a very, very strong wide receiver core and an outstanding running back duo. I would still put the offensive line as the Browns' biggest strength. And for a team that can contend for an AFC championship, how could this be any worse than top 5?
Well, the other thing is all 5 guys are back, and you've got a rookie left tackle who switched from right tackle to left tackle, so you figure Jedrick Wills is going to take a huge step forward in his second year as a left tackle. At least that's kind of the way that I'm thinking of it as well.
There's a learning curve there. With Jedrick Wills, there was a learning curve, and his metrics were still pretty good for a rookie. You'd have to think that his pass blocking is only going to get better here, and having to make that transition was not easy. But the Browns showed how much trust they have in Jedrick Wills by putting him right there at left tackle and not really ever questioning that idea. And Jedrick Wills more than checked out. Wyatt Teller was quite arguably the best offensive lineman in football last year. We've talked about on this very show J.C. Tretter and what his presence means. Joel Bitonio is right there as well as a steady Eddie type of guy. So you keep that core intact. And you're talking about, from a Pro Football Focus standpoint, the top offensive line in football last year. You bring everybody back, and they're not in the top 5 of another ranking system. I'm sorry, but that doesn't check out to me when they bring everyone back into the equation, and I would only expect Jedrick Wills to take that leap. And by the way, beyond those 5, in the event there's an injury, the Browns do have some options that can stand in as steady enough reinforcements.